2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Taking a look at the 76ers, they were swept by this team last season, losing all 3 games they played against them. So they'll be motivated tonight. We'll be watching.
Welcome to Philadelphia, everyone, as the 76ers get ready to defend home court in the Eastern Conference. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. And, of course, Tiago Splitter. He's a guy getting integrated right now, still settling in with his new team.
That trade is something that has the staff, players, and fans excited. They think it may be the piece of the puzzle necessary to get over the proverbial hurdle.
And with good reason. We're talking about one of the very best we have in our league, and you have to think he'd help any team.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Bulls. Pau Gasol is out there with Splitter. Then there's Tayshaun Prince. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Miles in at the 2 guard. And he knocks down the first one. Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, with 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
You know, looking back to Rose's MVP award, his stats were on another planet that year. He was only the 3rd player to record 2,000 points and 600 assists in a single season since 1973. The other 2, LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Here's Covington. Okafor with a screen on Prince. Shot clock at 5. Here's Covington. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Here's Rose.
You know, in talking about D. Rose, I don't think the individual awards mean much to him. And he's about trying to help his team win championships. And that's the kind of mindset he has to continue to display.
Al Roten following the three-point attempt by Derrick Rose. Here's Covington. 17 points for him last game against Orlando. On defense, the 76ers. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And then in that game, guys, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Now Roten following the three-point attempt by Derrick Rose. Covington kicks to Okafor. 11 feet out, and he hits it.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Outside Rose. Passes it to Splitter. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. He just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Now, here's Thompson. An 11-point game for him in the win against Orlando. Here's Covington, guarded by Prince. Just 5 to shoot. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Here's Roten. Chicago grabs the miss, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And really, had they just shot their average from the free throw line in that game, I think that probably changes the outcome.
No doubt. Because there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line.
Here's Roten after puck. Now here's Roten in the game against Orlando. Very impressive. To the paint. Here's Landry. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Landry's got his first bucket in this one. Chicago has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Splitter sets a screen. And it's Rose penetrating. And it's rebounded by Covington.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Roten, no good.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Stolen by Landry. And here we go. Fast break. Roten's got it. There's the feed to Covington. Shot from 12. The shot is off. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Bulls always seem to be tough on the road, and last season no different. They would end with 23 road wins on the year.
And that number was good enough for the second most in the East. Unlike shooting, it's very hard for defenses to go cold, and that's why the Bulls have been so good on the road.
Feeds it to Okafor. Chicago grabs the miss. Now Miles. 20 points for him last game against Minnesota. Outside Rose. Gasol against Okafor. Shoots from the elbow. Here's Splitter. Landry grabs the miss.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Now here's Roten. Defense right on him. Down low, Landry kicks to Okafor. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Okafor's got his second basket of the night. To the wing on the left. Here's Rose. Money from the wing.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Landry against Gasol. The dish to Okafor. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot two. Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. They've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injuries.
And the dunk by Rose.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
So it's Philadelphia now, after the Bulls pick up 2. Roten kicks to Okafor. Here's Thompson, and he's on the money with his first shot today.
You know, one thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it would become a copycat strategy because we know in the NBA, it's a herd mentality if something works.
Right now, let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season. The 76ers, number 1.
You know, I don't know if the numbers even told the story. I mean, their defense was as good as it gets, often just leaving their opponents completely demoralized.
And the 76ers making a change here. Noel's checked in, and Chicago also making a switch. Gibson's checked in. Outside Rose. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Rose has got 8 points.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Pass to Covington. He feeds it to Roten. 11 feet away. No luck. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Not a lot of competition, really. I mean, they're playoff caliber and took care of business against a team that wasn't playoff caliber and maybe still isn't.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Okafor. Jeremy Grant comes in for Robert Covington. Jakar Sampson's checked in for Hollis Thompson. And it's Cannon in for Roten. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Mahimi's checked in for Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Tayshaun Prince. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for C.J. Miles. And it's Brooks in for Rose. And Embiid gets it to go.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Now here's Brooks. 11 points for him in that last game against Minnesota.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What did you find out, DB?
He has a very specific approach laid out. He told me that they're going to concentrate on working the ball into the paint as much as possible today and taking advantage of what he believes is a significant edge for them on the interior. Guys?
All right, Doris.
And looking at Joel Embiid, he has all the tools to be the game's next great center. He's raw, no doubt about that. And he'll have to overcome the injuries, but his combination of side speed, agility, practically unparalleled.
Here's Cannon. An 11-point game for him in the win against Orlando.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air.
Now, here's Clarkson. Knocks down the step-back James.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Cannon dishes to Noel. Another shot. No good. Great D that time from Gibson. Bulls have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Gibson the screen. And Brooks. Here we go. And Embiid with the block. Here's Cannon, looking for his first basket still in this one. To the inside. Here's L, and the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Brooks outside. Inside, here's Gibson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And for most of his career, Taj Gibson has been a tremendous role player up front. GA, he's been extremely steady over 6 full seasons.
And Kevin, he gives you a lot of energy and athleticism when he enters the game. He's got the great length with that 7'4" wingspan. But to me, it's not just about having it. It's about the fact that he utilizes it. And it really allows him to get in there and attack the backboard and contest shots.
And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, you know, talking about Gibson, he started 70 games his first year and made the all-rookie team. But thereafter, had been mostly a 6-man off the bench through last season. It happens, but it's still somewhat unusual for a guy to go backwards like that.
Now, here's Grant. Here's Cannon. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made. 1:49 left to play in the first.
And talking about Gibson, if he ever wants to be seen as a high-level starter, he needs to work on a few things. More bankable moves in the post, more fluid post game, if you will, and really increased strength and consistency. I think those things will carry him to that starting 5.
Well, let's take a look at where Philadelphia ended up rank-wise in the league last year. First in steals, 4th in blocks. And they were one of the top 10 teams in the league at scoring points off turnovers. I'd call them a very opportunistic team.
And I really feel like they fed off their pressure defense. You mentioned all the steals. That got them out in the open court and created easy opportunities offensively.
Grant against Mirotic. Pass to Clarkson. Now the pass to Mahimi. Dishes to Clarkson. Just 4 to shoot. Shot on the wing. The rebound by Grant.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
There's a screen by Noel. Cannon, the pass to Noel. Kicks to Cannon. He dishes it to Noel. Takes a 3. Cannon can't hit.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Clarkson kicks to Mirotic. Brooks with no one around. Trains it from beyond the arc. Brooks has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Embiid. Great D that time from Gibson.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Mirotic. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And the 76ers with possession. Passes it to Noel. Here's Cannon. Brooks covering. And there's the defensive 3-second call. For Philadelphia, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. 17 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Cannon dishes to Noel. And a missed layup.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
You know, they're not going to sit back and just take jump shots. It's all about attacking the paint and getting to the rim.
That's who they are. They've been the aggressor early, attacking the hoop and getting into that paint.
The 76ers leading on the court right now. Second quarter for the Bulls. Derrick Rose is out there with C.J. Miles. Then it's Splitter, then it's Terrell Wright, and it's Gasol and at the 4 slot. And here is Roten. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Just 2 to shoot from beyond the arc. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
Miles, that's for 2. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Miles has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Bulls. The 76ers shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Pick by Okafor. Thompson outside. He kicks to Covington. Shoots it up. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%. Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated in how the Spurs conducted business, Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He's actually a head coach for Australia for a while, an international player. Roten kicks to Okafor, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The 76ers didn't lie to themselves about last season, Greg. They knew they weren't going to be in the playoffs. They spent a lot of time last season developing their young players.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, the 3rd straight year the Sixers would miss the playoffs. But as you said, Kevin, they knew what the season had in store. The key was, could they keep those young guys focused on growth and experience and not get caught up in the fact that they struggled to win games.
And it's clear for the Sixers, the plan has been to continue to add good young players. Eventually, I think they'll be a force in the East. There's no guarantee, but they've got a plan and they're sticking to it. You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Here's Covington, guarded by Prince. Landry with the screen. From 15 feet away, and he gets the jumper to drop. And the 76ers lead by 2.
A lot of teams that win a title often have a former #1 pick leading the way, or at least a top 3 NBA draft pick as their leader. So the 76ers are trying a shotgun approach to that, trying to get as many top 3 picks as they can, hoping one turns into the next superstar.
Here's Roten, got a piece of it. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. Took him no time at all on that one. Miles has got it all tied up now for the Bulls.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Picked by Okafor. Roten, the pass to Thompson. The feed to Roten. Okafor sets the pick for Roten. And the miss, not the best shot selection there. The Bulls have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And that misses. That would have put them up. 76ers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Okafor, rejected by Gasol. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Rose with the ball. That puts them in the lead. Miles has got the lead up to 2 now for the Bulls.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Now here's Roten. He's covered by Rose. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And really, the Bulls weathered a lot of injuries last season and still had a good showing in the East. Came away with the 3 seed when many thought they would sink down after missing so many games from key players.
Chicago making a switch here. Mirotic is checked in. Gasol dishes to Prince. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Now it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Roten kicks to Okafor. Landry trying to get open. Okafor gets the bucket. Okafor's got 9.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Rose gets a wide-open look. And the 3 off target.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Prince outside. Feeds it to Miles. Jacks up a 3. No luck. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And Thompson kicks to Roten. There's the dish to Landry. Here's Covington, guarded by Prince. Okafor, the pass to Landry. From 11 feet away, Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Rose kicks to Mirotic. Drains it from beyond the arc. Mirotic has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Landry dishes to Roten. Pass to Okafor. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots. The Bulls leading by 3. Rose goes in. Good. Rose has got 10.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Okafor. Noel comes in for Carl Landry. Jakar Sampson's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Thompson. Noel passes to Roten. Embiid sets the pick for Roten. Can't get it to go. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. And with Rose again, he showed flashes last season of his level of play, Clark, before the injury.
Yeah, exactly. And you hate to see any player go down with injuries, especially a talent like Derrick Rose. He still needs to show that he can regain that high level of NBA play for an entire season. I think that's just a matter of time. He's been an absolute non-factor. 0 factor this game. Just a horrible performance from him.
Here's Brooks. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Offensive rebound. Mahimi misses from close range. The 76ers trail by 5. And stolen by Mirotic. And here we go with Brooks running it up the court. The basket drops and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Tony Roten. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
There's a screen by Noel. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Bulls leading by 7. Brooks outside. He feeds it to Mirotic. Shoots a fader. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Sampson kicks to Cannon. Just 5 to shoot. The 9-foot shot. And the rejection by Mahimi.
And another miss. Whew. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Here's the screen. And here's Brooks from outside. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Cannon kicks to Sampson. Embiid the screen. Noel a screen on Gibson to end the run, and Gibson sends it back. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Right, he's checked in for the Bulls. Chicago leading by 10. Brooks kicks to right. Outside Gibson. Pass to Brooks. Four on the shot clock. From the top of the key. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And the shot goes in from Embiid.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
And Chicago shooting 47% in the second quarter. Brooks outside. Wright sets a screen for Brooks. Fires from the line. And the rejection by Noel. And the pass to Sampson. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Chicago leading. 1:49 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Mahinmi. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Last season, the Bulls were a tough matchup, solid margin of victory for them, and never looked overwhelmed, Clark.
Yeah, you know what? They're a team that's even-keeled, the type of team that can win anytime they take the floor. They have a system that works and good talent, that actually excellent talent to make it special, and that combination is a winning one.
The 76ers trail by 8. Dishes to Noel. Kicks it to Grant. Back to Noel. Here's Cannon. Brooks covering. 6 to shoot. Cannon kicks to Noel. Gibson with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Finished off the break. Clarkson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Bulls.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Screen by Grant. Sampson dishes to Embiid. 5 to shoot. Down low. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And you talk about the Bulls being able to beat anybody in the league. They did. They did that last season. One of only 3 teams to register 1 win against every other team in the league back in 2015.
And, you know, getting back to that point about the Bulls beating every team in the league, only the Spurs and Warriors were the other teams to do that. Goes to show just how tough last year's Bulls squad was.
Splitters checked in for Ian Mahinmi. And last year, quite a rookie campaign for Nerlens Noel. He had the ACL injury he sustained in college. Missed his first full season with the Sixers. And like you've talked about, you know, he came back and really, with a flourish, made a mark his first year in the league.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of people wondered how would he bounce back from that knee. And I'd have to say it was pretty good. I mean, finished 3rd in the voting for Rookie of the Year.
Here's Sampson. He dishes it to Embiid. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Splitters got 3 rebounds now in this one. Right, the pass to Brooks. Splitter sets a screen. From deep. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so that brings the first half to a close. Bulls lead by 10. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be taking a look back at the first half of basketball. An outstanding first quarter for Derrick Rose. He had 10 points, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bulls?
You know what? They had a pretty good balance out there. Good work on offense, nice effort defensively. It'll be interesting to see how the second half plays out, though, Ernie.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Philadelphia?
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push more for buckets in transition. Get to the foul line a little bit more. Try to get back in the flow.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Now the third quarter about to get going. You know, Jahlil Okafor has been exceptional here, guys.
He created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
We've got Robert Covington, Okafor out there with Carl Landry. Then it's Thompson, and it's Roten in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's Rose. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. It's on Jahlil Okafor. Bulls have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight. The free throw drops for Rose.
Well, guys, once again, the 76ers finished second to last in the East. Amazingly managed to win fewer games against the East than they did the year before, which was 14 wins in 2014.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. One thing, Greg, about Philadelphia, you talked about this. Only 12 wins for them last year against the East.
And Kevin, how about not getting a win against their own conference until December? I mean, as bad as the Sixers were last year, though, they weren't the worst. So sometimes, even for me, I still can't fathom that's the case.
They grabbed their own miss, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. The 76ers have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
And he ends up missing both free throws.
And injuries, once again, were a central theme of the Bulls' season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
And Thompson kicks to Okafor, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Rose with the ball. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Rose kicks to Gasol. Wide open. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Okafor's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And for the Bulls and injuries, a lot of teams plan for these type of things. There's only so much Clark you can do to mitigate losing your starting backcourt.
But I tell you, great respect and admiration for the Bulls for how they fought through the difficulty. I mean, their front court did what they could. The injuries, once again, I thought turned the Bulls from championship contenders to just a playoff team.
And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today. And unfortunately, it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot.
Chicago leading by 6. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Rose in the post. He's covered by Roten. Rose attacking. It's tipped. Thompson left side. And he drops it in from the low post.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
And Chicago shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Gasol kicks to Prince. There's a good screen. Here's the 3. But they'll get another chance. Here is Miles. He's covered by Roten. Prince dishes to Gasol. Second chance shot, and he gets it to go. Gasol's got 8 points.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Roten, no good. The Bulls leading by 6. Outside Rose. Gasol, a screen on Thompson. Rose goes in, and it's blocked. They recover it. Splitter, and gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And that one falls for Splitter. And Splitter drops them both. Well, the city of Philadelphia has had some tough fans. There's no doubt. You know, we've seen them boo Santa Claus. You can imagine, Greg, how they felt about this Sixers team a year ago.
You know, the Sixers were going to be in trouble from the very start of the year. A lot of fans didn't even bother to show up to boo. I mean, Philly had the worst attendance in the league last season.
But they've got hope, Greg.
A lot of young talent. Maybe this is the year it starts to materialize.
Rose passes to Splitter. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And again, Chicago, no good. Here's Roten, and it's blocked. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Miles, that's good.
How about the feel and the awareness he had there, finding his teammate behind the defense on the break?
Timeout called, the 76ers.
Yeah, just frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
Yeah, and the slump that they're having shooting the ball can take its toll on you if you're not mentally strong. So I like this timeout here to try to get those guys reset and refocused.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Mahinmi's checked in for Splitter. And Mirotic subbed in for Tayshaun Prince. Landry kicks to Roten. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
Out left to the wing. Mirotic has a wide open look. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 8th assist in the game. Landry, a screen on Rose. Shot to stop the run. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Roten's got his first basket.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
The 11-footer. Gasol, no good. The 76ers trail by 11. And here they go. And it's Thompson that time on the assist from Roten. Thompson's got 4 points in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
On the wing, Thompson passes it to Okafor. Shoots from the baseline, and the shot falls short this time. The Bulls leading by 11. Rose with the ball, and Roten picks him up defensively. Mahinmi dishes to Miles. Now here is Mirotic. He has 6. Clock at 6. Right wing. Miles the pass to Gasol. Another one falls for Chicago.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Here's Covington, covered by Mirotic. Outside Landry. Picked by Okafor. On the wing, Thompson. All alone. And he nails the jumper. Thompson's got 8.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
Now Rose. 12 points for him. Mirotic's shot is off. Now here's Here's Roten. Tight defense on him. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Looking now at some numbers for Rose, how he performed last season. Last season put up about 17 points per, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, he definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Noel's checked in for Landry. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Thompson. Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago. Brooks comes in for C.J. Miles. Good on the second free throw. The Bulls leading by 10. And it's Rose penetrating. Okafor grabs the miss. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. And there's the feed to Roten. To the middle. Here's Noel. Great D that time from Gibson.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
And the 76ers call time here.
You know, guys, Taj Gibson now has 6 full seasons in the NBA, already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. J.K. Sampson comes in for Robert Covington. And a change for the Bulls. Clarkson, he's checked in for Rose. The 76ers trail by 12. And here is Roten. Stolen by Clarkson. Now here is Mirotic. He's covered by Roten. And stolen by Noel. Roten kicks to Cannon. Now here's Roten, guarded closely. The shot will not go. And the Bulls going the other way now. Getting back to Gibson, he was one of the oldest college freshmen in the country at age 21. Played 3 years at USC. Then he was one of the oldest players in the 2009 draft, even though he declared as a junior.
Yeah, I think the NBA is the only profession where it hurts you to have a lot of experience coming out, because that's one reason why he did drop. I mean, had he been a couple years younger, with his length and athleticism, he very well could have been a top 10 pick. But I tell you what, the Bulls are happy that he wasn't. And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Mirotic the screen. Brooks outside. Shot clock at 6. He kicks it to Mirotic. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. 11 points for Nikola Mirotic.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Noel, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
The 76ers trail by 15. Embiid with a screen on Brooks. Cannon dishes to Embiid, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Darrell Wright's checked in for Chicago. Splitter's checked in for Ian Mahinmi. Philadelphia shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. Here's Cannon. Brooks covering. To the paint. Deflects the pass and stolen by Wright. And they're pushing it up. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Grant kicks to Embiid. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Philadelphia last year struggled in a number of ways, Greg. The big one was they couldn't make shots as a team. Very basic.
Kevin, lowest field goal percentage in the entire league, and by a wide margin. Hard to get any wins when that's the case.
Here's Brooks. And Embiid pulls it down.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Embiid the screen. Pass to Sampson. Feeds it to Cannon. Shot from the wing. Chicago grabs the miss.
And, you know, the Sixers did end with the lowest field goal percentage in the league. Shot just under 41% on the season. Easily put them in last place, and you can't win if you shoot that poorly.
Grant the pass to Cannon. The three-pointer is right on target. Cannon's got 6 points. The Bulls leading by 12. Here's Brooks. He's got 8. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And guys, you would have hoped the 76ers would have improved over the course of the season, but really their shooting got worse after the All-Star break, dropping below 40%.
Here's Cannon. Brooks covering. Embiid. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Embiid's got 4 points now in the quarter. Chicago's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Embiid with the steal. Here's Cannon. He's got 6. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Screen by Grant. Here's Cannon. Now the dish to Embiid. Grant kicks to Noel. Shot clock at 3. Again, Philadelphia. Brooks. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Here is Miles. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Tayshaun Prince out there with Pau Gasol. Then it's Rose. Then it's Splitter. And it's Miles in at the shooting guard. Gasol against Landry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 11. And the shot is long. The 76ers trail by 11. Covington with the bucket. Covington's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the 76ers. The Bulls shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Rose double teamed. Gasol up top. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Roden kicks to Thompson. Here's Landry. Goes back up. It's tipped. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Okafor. Sinks that one from the post.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Chicago leading by 9. Pass to Prince. Puts it up from 15. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Roten with it. Here's Okafor. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Rose has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And it's Miles missing. For Philadelphia, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Landry gets the bucket.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Here is Miles. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Prince outside. Here is Miles. He's covered by Thompson. Just 4 to shoot. Miles with another miss. The 76ers trail by 9. Up the floor. Right side Landry. Puts it up from 12. Chicago grabs the miss. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Here's Splitter, and Okafor with the block. And now the 76ers on the break. Roten with the ball. It's stolen by Rose. To the inside, Prince. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And that's now 6 points for Prince.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Roten kicks to Covington. Trains the three-pointer. Covington's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
There's the pick. Gasol dishes to Rose. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. And the Bulls lead by 10.
Boy, that mid-range jumper is a beautiful thing to have in your bag, and they've had it going today.
And some say it's a lost art, but they're getting excellent results with it tonight.
Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Prince misses. 76ers have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Tries from 10. Misses off the left iron. Chicago leading by 10. Outside Rose. He feeds it to Miles. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Very high-quality shot. Can't get enough of those.
The 76ers shooting 40% in the fourth. Roten the pass to Okafor. Landry with a screen for Okafor. And the pass to Roten. And Gasol sends it back. Landry.
At the line for your 76ers, Carl Landry. At the line for 2. That's his second personal foul. A 3-point play. Timeout for the 76ers. Okay, so let's give a hand to your Sixers dancers. That's his first personal foul at the line for the 76ers. Pau Gasol, 2 shots. Timeout
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose. He was a powerful offensive weapon tonight, scoring a double-double with points and assists, and that was the catalyst for this victory.
His play at the point was a major factor in this win. Their ball movement was terrific, and that all stemmed from him. His brilliant passing was contagious. He had 17 assists. Yes, count them, 17. You can see why they want the ball in his hands as much as possible.
His play tonight, Ernie, was finally a bright spot for them because, they had a very rough stretch of games. It's been a while since their last win, and he was not content on playing a supporting role and letting them lose another one. He came on strong, took over, and put an end to the losing streak.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.